Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to your Astro Flower reading coming from the 18th through to the 24th of December. We're going into solstice period. And this solstice is strange. I've got a reading coming out this week for the solstice period, and it's all about the undercurrent, the things that are going on under the surface, really. And it's a really beautiful message, not only on the collective side, but on individual signs as well. I think it's going to be a good look at the inner workings of ourselves more than anything else. We've also got between the 27th and the 30th, we're going to be doing the yearly readings, and it's going to be a live where you can ask questions according to any of the petals that have come out and the towers that have come out on the petals in that yearly reading. Now that's going to be between the 27th and the 30th. You can ask questions if you're subscribed to the channel. So you're going to need to subscribe, and I would click the bell as well for all notifications, so then you get notifications when we're going to be doing the live for Gemini through the community page. Okay, so I don't think you're going to want to miss that. I think it'd be absolutely brilliant. So let's just see what's going on for you here. Like everyone, and this is why the solstice readings are really interesting, there's a lot of, it's a mixed bag, really, but this mixed bag helps us to see things sort of very, very clearly for what we should be doing. And there's a lot of confidence running through you at the moment. I think this confidence is totally true. It's very funny, you're getting a lot of the air signs here is getting quite a lot concerning sort of seeing things differently, believing in your mission, believing in your pathway according to your according to your karmic path. There's a lot of that going on at the moment for you, and it seems to be that sort of way. On your relationship side here, there's your karmic path is to get involved in your passions and so forth. What I think is you're going to realize, or you're going to learn this week in regards to your relationships, that in order to engage with those passions and live those passions, you've got to let go of something. You're carrying something too much, and I think it might be carrying the expectations of others that are around you, and trying to live up to their expectations. There's a possibility of that. But you can own it. You can really own this future. On your financial side here, it's through seeing life in a different way, realizing the path that you should be on, and how it stimulates you and it leaves you in awe of what you're doing as well. It should be coming out through that. And through that sort of seeing things in a different way, you're going to be able to get a lot more understanding of the steps you need to take in order to get to the position that you should be in. And it's knowing all about yourself. Yes, the overall energies for you, you get the Hermit. Now the Hermit has gone up the mountain, round and round the mountain, to get to the top of the mountain, the top of his obstacles or his objectives. And then at the top of the mountain, he perceives the ultimate goal of what he wants to do and takes that star and places it in a lantern and uses that lantern to guide him as he goes forth. So as he goes back down the mountain and goes back around through his shadow self, he will have that star that will light his way. So it's a very, very learned person. You've got some very learned energy that's running through you at the moment in the way of internal conversation that's within you. There's a lot of wisdom that you've got for yourself, more than anything else. On your relationship side, you get the Queen of Wands. It's that whole idea of passion and being involved in being passionate about not only what you're doing, but who you're with, how you're doing it, when when you do this activity or when you do things in life, excuse me, there is this whole sort of engagement, and in a very magical sense, of how you engage your passions will put you in the driver's seat of your destiny, basically, and not just being passionate about one thing. The universe here is bringing you in the Two of Swords. Obviously, there's a decision needs to be done and made, and I think that decision is to do with that. That is the general outcome for you. So I've just completely obliterated all the cards there. That's what the general outcome is, and I think this is what this decision's all about. And it's a decision where you've walked away from something in the past, and I think you've got to stick by this decision. I think that's what's coming out here. I don't think it's like, oh no, you've walked away something from something in the past and you shouldn't have. That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is that you should recognize, and I think the universe is trying to help you here, to recognize the good decisions you have been making according to you and your engagement in relationships that are around you. You've allowed your curiosity to be, spiked. And you're starting to open up that doorway of curiosity within the world that is around you in your relationships. We've seen that over the last few weeks. You're starting to head off, because on this card here, you've got that, the sun is eclipsed by the moon here. And it's kind of going, what's doing that? What's behind the moon? Oh, it's the sun, is it? I'm going to go and try and find it. And that is your happiness. And that's what's driving you on, by the looks of things, is your happiness. And I think the universe here with that Two of Swords is sort of trying to sort of say, be the leader in your pathway. Be the emperor of your empire, in a very physical sense, in a very what you do in the world and how you engage in the world. I think it's putting you in a very, very strong position in regards to how you engage in the relationships that are around you on a physical and on the sort of spiritual level. And then at the top, we have the Ten of Wands. And I think once you start that whole sort of owning your space that is around you, in a very physical sense, in the way you carry yourself and everything like that, in a very physical sense within the relationships around you, I think you're going to realise that you're trying to carry too much. Don't hold that space to sort of, a bit of prowess within the relationships that are around you, but hold that space to sort of say, no, this is my space. You're not going to just come steaming in here, but I'm not going to come and invade you either. And it's just letting go of the expectations that you put upon yourself that is probably the expectations of others that are around you. Okay? That's what it seems to be like. On your financial side, on your karmic path, you get the Page of Cups. This is opening up that doorway, emotional doorway of what you're actually physically doing in the way of a job, business, project, whatever it is around you. And it's starting to believe in something that I think you doubted in the past. And it might be a case of where you've changed directions in your life in according to your job, your business and your projects, whatever you're doing. You may be following a new pathway, and I think you should well be doing that, because that's what we've seen in your readings over the past 3 months. And I think you're starting to believe now in what you're doing and what you should be doing on this plane. On the universe is giving you the Seven of Pentacles. I'm just seeing if there's another 7 over there, and there's not, but the Seven of Pentacles. This is a realization number. It's revelation for you. It's knowing your market. It's knowing what you're physically doing. It's knowing the process of planting a seed and nurturing a plant just to fruit. and enjoying that whole sort of evolutionary process of being part of it. And I think this is helping you to believe in what you're doing as well. And in your past, you have had to look at things in a completely different way in order to find out the ultimate steps that you need to take to get to your dreams and your aspirations, to get to that star that is in that lantern, basically. And it's seeing things in a different way, coming from a very illuminated place. You seem to be, it's I think with this believing and this nurturing factor, you're starting to realize where you had signs before that maybe, or coincidences before in your life, which would have directed you to the way you should be going and how you should be engaging with your career, your business and your projects. Basically. And so you can see how the universe, and you can see how energy has really been trying to get you on that pathway. And what is going through you, because you're seeing this, it's making you feel very knowledgeable, very spiritually attuned with yourself, almost like a teacher of the way of doing things. So you're understanding now of how to do something, which is making you feel like that you can actually engage this and tell others around you and help them to engage in their life around them as well. But before you do that, you've got to take the steps and go and do it yourself. And that is what's coming out at the end of it all. The recognition of the good quality work that you've been doing, the good quality work of the people that are around you, or good quality of the world that you're connected in regards to your physical sort of material world of your job and your business and what have you. And it's a very emotionally charged pentacle. I would say close to a Capricorn card, simply because there is that water, is a water fountain that is in the background, and he's pouring what looks like water there in the background, and there's a lot of emotions that are tied into it, which I think come into play with this sort of thing. And it's knowing that you can do this new direction in life, this new sort of engagement in a very honourable and in a very very quality version of it all. Okay, let's do a bit of clarification on the Lightseers cards. I really hope you get the best out of these readings. It helps you to engage fully in life, and really much appreciate all the support you give to this channel. It's absolutely beautiful. It's lovely to see. Let's just see what's going on with the Lightseers card, the Hermit. I think your heart was broken. So this is the overall energy here. I think that maybe this is what I was talking about, walking away from something in the past in your relationship side and start believing again, or walking towards something in your material side. With here, the Hermit is a very unemotional character. There's not a lot of emotions in the Hermit. They're very stable, very secure and everything like that. And I think this is your darker side, which can sometimes be very good for you, having a certain control over your emotions, but it also can be a little bit, detrimental to you, because it stops you from expressing your emotions as fully, as it were. And I think that's not necessarily a good thing. But on this side here, I think both on your relationship side as much as on your material side, it's you getting past any emotional traumas in the past, because you're going down and heading towards your goal of your path. With the Queen of Wands, you get the Justice card. Absolutely lovely. Really in beautiful balance in your life. This is a Libran card, so it's another fellow air sign. And with the Queen of Wands, this really sparks a lot of energy. This is you, basically, Gemini. You've got that air at your surface and you've got the fire underneath you. And it's driving it through you in a very balanced way, without losing losing you or your inner being. It's really bringing you into harmony with yourself more than anything else. What's this Two of Swords that the universe is trying to bring into your life? You get the Page of Pentacles, medium-term plans, understanding how you grow and nurture things, I think. It's also the cycle of a plant, how you actually get from a seed to a fruit. And that's what you're learning, you're understanding. And you're choosing to plant those seeds and create that pathway with someone else or with someone. And I say with someone else is because you've got the Eight of Wands after that, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands at the top, Eight of Cups there, sorry. I said Eight of Wands. It should be the Eight of Cups, and then you've got the Ten of Wands at the top and the Three of Swords in the middle. There seems to be something that you're getting over because you are going ahead and living what you should be living, basically. With the Eight of Cups, where are you heading to? This is your connection from your past, remembering that star card that is in there, and which you use the Hierophant in order to get to that star there. It is your dreams and aspirations, and you might have forgotten about that within you. And now it's sparking back into life, and you're starting to walk towards ultimate dreams, really, of how you want relationships to be for you. And with the Emperor cards, you get the Six of Cups. Although you may be walking away from something, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's say you had a really bad relationship in the past, and it may have finished badly, which surprises me for Gemini really more than anything else. Normally your relationships finish on very amicable terms, but at some point that relationship was very stimulating, created a lot of love and opening up a whole new thing, and it was really beautiful pathway. And don't forget that. Don't forget that even at the end of a relationship, there is points in that relationships where it was just pure bliss. And you are engaged in that. You are part of that pure bliss. And I would, make sure you remember that, and make sure you remember what sort of things stimulate you to give you a really good relationship. Yeah, you got the Two of Swords again, up with the Ten of Wands. I think you've got to realise that you've got to let go of something, and I think it's something to do with living your life at the expectations of others. That's what it's really coming through quite clearly. So, don't live your life through the expectations of others. Live your life through your own expectations of love for you and for the world around you. And you're such a beautiful sign, Gemini. So yeah, I really, it should be good for you. With the Page of Cups, you get the Ace of Swords. Excuse me. I think you are, once you start believing, that's when you're going to get the victory. That's when you're going to get that stimulation, and this victory is this not only is going to satisfy you, this pathway that you're going to go down, it's not only going to satisfy you emotionally, but it's also going to satisfy you mentally and intellectually. And I think that's really important, and I think you should know that. And that's why I think you need to nurture it and bring that forward. And know the steps you need to take in order to do that. And you will shine through. You will create a success over it. With the Seven of Pentacles, you get the Strength card. Nurturing your future makes your future a lot stronger. And just this gets rid of all those sort of doubts. Gets rid of that aspect of your life. And it will be gone and done and dusted with by the looks of it. As you go on to something that's much more stimulating for you and rewarding for you. spiritually and emotionally within your job, your business, and your projects, basically. The Hangman, sorry, you get the Queen of Wands again. Twice the Queen of Wands has come out, twice the Two of Swords have come out. It's really nice to see. And yeah, it's looking the things in retrospection, you don't have to think about it. When we're living it, we're thinking about what pathway is most appealing to us. When you look in retrospective, and you can look at it a lot quicker, and you can see the decisions or the pathways you took in order to get to where you are. And I think this is realizing the passionate side of you, which got you to where you are today and will allow you to explore your tomorrow. With the Hierophant, you get the Chariot. Wow. This is a real penny drop moment for you. A realization, amazingly realization for you. And a realization that's built out of control over your emotions and your passions, which you know the steps you need to take in order to get to your higher self. And it's going to go, the moment you start engaging it, it's going to go so quickly within you. It's going to just unfold really, really quickly. And you're almost going to be able to run up the stairs towards that star that you're looking for. You know, and it comes through because it's within you, that star, that hermit. It is within you. And it's like the Queen of Wands, she's looking at that star as well. It's all tying up round that for you. So with the Three of Wands, what do we get with the Three of Wands? What's the overall outcome? King of Cups. I was wondering if we had the King of Cups around. But no, we've got the King of Cups. I think you're going to feel a very emotionally secure and this new project that you should have taken on board and started heading towards, which we've seen over the past 3 months on these readings, you're now starting to live it. And that quality is making you feel very secure about your future, very at one with yourself. This is a reassuring week here, an engaging, reassuring week for you. And yeah, I think it helps you out enormously within your relationship side and allows you to actually make a decision to go to the future and leave the past behind you. And on your financial side, and within your job and your business and your projects and the directions that you're taking, it's going to help you to really clarify and start moving on very quickly to where you should be going, and the steps you need to take in order to get there will become so evident. There you go, Gemini. Thank you very much for being with us. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget about the lives between the 27th and the 30th. That'd be really good to see you there for that. And also the solstice readings as well. We're going to be putting out some other off-the-wall stuff during the Christmas period to do with the Astro Flower. So I will see you all there for that. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.